Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Empire Waste, a movie about fat girls who want to get into the fashion world, but mean girls in high school pick on them. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 15, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. This looks to be about the most woke movie I've ever seen a trailer for. The girls are fat, and look, I have nothing against fat people. I have fat people in my family. Well, let me rephrase that. I had fat people in my family. Most of them have died because they were morbidly obese and didn't take care of themselves. So, the message in this movie, and it seems to be all message, is accept your body even if you're morbidly obese. That is a terrible, terrible message. Terrible message. You should not stay morbidly obese. It is incredibly unhealthy. Now, she is a young woman. She could lose the weight. She could lose it eventually. But you're not going to see a woman like this in her 80s. There are no fat people in their 80s this heavy. No way. And I've been to a lot of senior centers over the last couple of years doing my talks on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. I haven't seen a single fat one, I'll say, over the age of 60. Because the ones that are in their 50s and 60s look like they're in their 80s. And they're pretty immobile, by the way. So if you think you can just accept your fatness and be done with it, you'd be wrong. It's a terrible, terrible message. Now, that being said, is it entertaining? No, and not my view. The movie is about acceptance. So the plot is this fat girl, everybody picks on her in school, which isn't even reality today. That's not the way it works, if it ever did. You know, being picked on in school is a trope that goes back, I don't know, decades in movies. You know, I was in school, I got picked on. People don't just randomly pick on you. There's a specific reason why they pick on you, and usually 90% of the time, it's the kids who are insecure and have their own problems that end up picking on other kids. And that's why they pick on somebody weaker. Those kids are often messed up. Those kids are often the weird ones, the fat ones. Because a fat girl who already feels insecure and maybe has a crap home life will be lashing out before anybody lashes out against her. Now, you could start a movie like that. That would be sort of reality. The fat girl lashes out at people, and but really she's a sweetheart, and her fatter friend teaches her, "Hey, let's be nice to people and create fashion, and then people will like us." And then they do that, and they change. Instead, what it is your stereotypical mean girls pick on fat girl. Fatter girl comes in, who's sassy and black too, and teaches her how to be confident. Then in the second act, they make fashion with their very diverse group of friends. Literally includes every aspect of diversity, I think. So you got the girl in the wheelchair, you got various people of color, as they say, and I'm pretty sure this person here is trans, although I'm not 100%. And I think this person may be, what's the word now? I don't even know the word. Let's just say mentally different. So, yeah, this is diversity of the movie, if it's anything. Let me see if I can find this one still, though. It's won all sorts of awards. Oh, here it is. So here are a couple of awards that it won. Best Empowerment Film from the Sedona International Film Festival, and Best Social Impact Film from the Sedona International Film Festival. That's not a film category. That's a social justice category, or a social messaging category, or whatever. This is activism. It isn't movie making, in my view. This movie is all message, and that's about it. I mean, Rainn Wilson is in it for some reason. Um, just to be the one of the dads. I guess it's her dad on the left. But this movie can't connect with anybody because it doesn't take place in reality. Even the movie that this is, even the people this movie is supposedly aimed at would look at this and go, well, that's not what happens to me in school. If anything, the mean girls aren't mean to the fat girls and the black girls and the disabled girl. They're extra nice to them because they're looking for virtue points. They're fawning all over these people constantly. Would be the normal reaction today in 2024. Now maybe back in the 80s it would have been a little different, a little more competitive, a little rougher, but a lot of it was just all in good fun. Wasn't meant to hurt anybody's feelings. Did people's feelings get hurt anyway? Oh, you bet. It's high school. But these days, the popular girls, they're so busy on Instagram doing social media, they would immediately adopt these two fat girls as their friends and say, oh, look, I helped with the fat girls do fashion so they wouldn't feel ugly anymore. Aren't I a wonderful person? Plus all the other diversity hires they have in their crew, the disabled girl, the trans girl. Oh my God. They wouldn't be on the fringe. They're the royalty of high school now. That's why there's so many kids trying to be trans, because it gives you instant credibility, instantly you're king of the school and above a criticism from the teachers and from most of the students, unless you got a death wish. And I mean death wish in the sense that your high school career will be over. So where's this movie take place? Planet Mars? Doesn't take place on planet Earth, I'll tell you that. This America doesn't exist anymore. Not right now. Should it? No. Look, there's an easy way to tell fat people to lose weight without being mean. You could say, listen, hey, I'm concerned about your weight. You're very heavy. It's not healthy. I think you ought to stop eating those out of the vending machine. Just don't eat anything from it at all. When you're this morbidly obese, you should not be eating cupcakes ever. And you might say, oh, that's rough. You can't eat a cupcake. This is life and death. This isn't like screwing around. I'll give you an example. When I had to get my gallbladder out, when you have a gallbladder problem, your bile duct is blocked, and every time you eat fat, it's incredibly painful. So I ended up in the ER on Thanksgiving, which apparently a lot of people do in my condition. And they said, oh, you had to have your gallbladder out, and it'll be a few weeks. During that time, don't eat a lot of fat. I said, what will happen if I do? They say, you'll be back here in terrible, agonizing pain. So you know how much fat I ate for the following weeks leading up to my operation? None. I didn't eat a single ounce of fat. I stopped eating cheese and meat, my favorite things. I ate pretty much nothing but pretzels and salad for weeks. I dropped weight like crazy. I was starving, but I didn't care because I wasn't in pain. So people who are morbidly obese, at some point they're going to have a come to Jesus moment, hopefully before they have a fatal heart attack. And they're going to say, I have to lose weight. At that moment, they'll be motivated and they'll lose weight. Now, it's not easy. There's, if you're morbidly obese, I mean, your skin's so stretched, you may even have to have an operation. But these girls are young. If they lose the weight now, a lot of their skin will just bounce back. So it's very important that at a young age, you learn proper nutrition. This movie isn't teaching that. It's not even hinting at that. In fact, it's kind of hinting at the opposite. Oh, you're fine the way you are. These two women are not fine the way they are, in my opinion. And that doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means they need to lose weight, or they'll be dead. They have shaved years off their life if they continue at this weight. It's not healthy. And the message in this movie, since it's all message, and let me read you the IMDb write-up, follows a group of teens learning to love their bodies through inclusive fashion design and friendship. That's all message. There's no plot there. That's all message. So the message should be healthy eating. If you're going to put a movie with all message and it's going to be about fat girls, you should probably lose this weight. At least that should be part of the message. It doesn't appear to be. So would I watch this movie? God, no. I don't think I'd let my friends or relatives or anybody I care about watch this movie, especially children. That'd be a terrible message for a fat kid to watch this and go, oh, well, I'm fat, I guess it's okay. That's terrible. A kid who's morbidly obese should not be saying, I guess I'm okay, even though I can't get up the stairs and I'm breathing heavy wherever I go. That is a terrible message. The message should be, well, I got to lose some weight. Not that you're a bad person, that you got to lose weight. And then you will lose weight. It's possible to lose weight. It's very possible these two young women can lose all the weight and be back to a healthy weight. You don't have to be model skinny, but Jesus, these two are very heavy. Like, unhealthily heavy. I'm heavy, but I'm not unhealthy heavy. When you got cankles, it's time to think about the treadmill. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, and the black site. Tomorrow, I will be at the Keyport Parlor in Keyport, New Jersey, at 2 p.m. for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Then on Sunday, I'll be at Nerd Fest from 10 to 4 in Swedesboro, New Jersey at the Holiday Inn. That'll be fun. And then at 7 o'clock, join us for the live stream where we do it live. See ya in the next one.